Good evening. The Bearded One here with the Bearded Babble. I'm going to be bringing Korean in shortly, and we're going to be doing a Stranger Danger tonight. Again, I have no idea who it's going to be, but we're going to find out. Trying to figure this out. I got one of those ring lights because all the lights in the room. I hope that the lighting looks good. I mean, you can't make this really look good, but I guess it's as good as it's going to get. So we're going to get into, like I said, Stranger Danger tonight. Kareen has somebody set up. Ken don't know where it's going to go. If you've missed them, I suggest you go back and you check a bunch of them out there. It's just a lot of fun. Just again, and it's just amazing how you can just connect with anyone. Just talking, just figuring things out. We all have such basic connections, and I think we're afraid to talk to people about it. But you just gotta just get out there and just talk to people and connect, and you never know when or where you're going to make an amazing connection. Speaking of an amazing connection, the very fancy, you got to check her last post on Instagram for that. Hello Jufro,
Hi.
aka Kareen. Just
Hey,
my camera here. Okay, let me. Righty.
you with
So
your
what's happening?
fancy ring. You got a fancy ring light?
Yeah, I got a fan. I was watching Michael Yo on his podcast, and he had somebody on there. He had a comedian on there, and like she was like you loser, and then it was just like, and he's like, just get a ring light. He goes, it's a cheap, great thing. So I ordered one. You find them on Amazon. I mean, I don't even know how much, but I got to ask you, how is it too bright? Because I can dim it. I can. That's a bit much.
Like you're coming out of the sky. Um,
How is
it's so awkward.
Are we there? Let me say. I can do yellow tone. I can sun it, so I can get the sun.
That's not so bad. The
Uh,
nice warm light.
so what do you think?
Nice.
Is it better with the white, or add a little bit of yellow to it?
Uh, should ask some of the people watching. Number one or number two?
I,
It's like an eye vision test.
I would be like this. Be like, hey, how you doing? How's everything? Yeah, this was
That's really
a bad.
cool. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I have one too, but I just don't use it very often.
I'm gonna be messing with this all night now, trying to figure out when it's right and when it's not right. So
I like
listen,
that. This is good.
what did you just post up on your page? That looks very interesting and fancy.
I was going to actually talk to you about what you posted on your page. Can we do that first?
Sure.
All right. I'm going to redirect. Um, so normally, like, I'm not really moved by like a lot of motivational quotes. And there's that, I mean, you're the meme guy. You know about like people, how they make jokes about people who meme all the time and like, or not meme, people put motivational quotes and you're like, what does this have to do with anything? And like, doesn't really motivate anyone. Yours actually is like really inspiring stuff.
Like I said, I just come from the heart. That's all it is. I just whatever's going on, whatever. I mean, that's the again. It was a lesson learned. Like I said, when my son got sick, umpteen years ago, and back then the internet was a lot different. And I remember going on, and I remember trying to find out similar stories, try to know what was going on, and I learned very quickly. I found a lot of information on the internet, and it's still true to this day. People tend to post up more and complain about not complain, but post up the bad uh, more than they do the good. Because I really, really had a hard time finding good stories, and I knew that they were out there. But it's just, I guess when things are good in life, like I said, now we're much more on social media, but then it was people were living their lives a lot more. And when things were good, you weren't on the computer, you weren't doing, you weren't typing things out, you were enjoying your life. It was when times were tough and you were down, it was a way of therapy, which is a good thing. But like I said, I realized that less good out there. And then that's when I started to talk to people about my story and started to get things. And I started to realize, um, again, it's for me, it's an awkward thing to take in that this mess right here is somewhat inspirational. I'm just one of those people. I appreciate it, but I just tell my story, and I find it amazing that it can touch, help someone. Um, so again, I mean, again, just by keeping talking, keeping sharing what I'm doing, again, hopefully, just sending a good vibe out to the universe.
Yeah. I mean, this, your bearded face there, definitely does inspire people. I'll tell you, I mean, I've told you this when we first connected, because like when we connected, before I like actually spoke to you, I watched you on another podcast and I was so moved by it. And it was like, even like the next day, the things that you were saying that you may or may not have accidentally kind of stuck in there were still with me. You know, I was like still go around like making jokes about things that were happening in my life, and I was like, I don't even know this guy, and he's so maybe you should consider a job as a philosopher.
That's not a bad idea. I don't know.
You're welcome.
The other the other night after one of the babbles, I remember I was we were laying in bed, me and my wife.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
No,
whoa,
no, no, no,
whoa,
no, no. Because
whoa.
we were, again, we have deep conversations too about everything, and we were talking about what was going on, and again, you know, it's us, it's what we do, it's my wife, it's my daughter, it's my son, it's our family, it's I guess what we give off. But again, it's kind of weird, and it's when you start realizing that you're gaining some traction just by being yourself, just by talking, just by inspiring people. You kind of wonder where's this go. How, I have no idea what direction where this is going to end up. But it's funny, like I said, my wife has a very deep, dark sense of humor, just like me. And we were talking, and all of a sudden she was just like, in a year from now, just promise me that you're not going to be a cult leader. Because she was just like,
What if we,
they're listening to you, they're following you, and I'm like, the cult leader. Okay, maybe we can go that route.
what if you started a comedy as love cult? I mean, listen, you basically put all the stranger danger people. I know, I saw the shirt. It's amazing. Even though it
Marshall
looks
Brandon, Marshall
yeah.
Brandon story came out, one of the greatest humans and one of the greatest comedians in the world. And you'll thank me because you're going to watch it right to the top.
Oh my God, he's so funny. You know, he's like that guy. He like you could see it in his eyes when you talk to him. He's just like this, like just a kind soul, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's interesting because I feel like it's like I don't know. I feel like I had to met when I met him in person. I really, that's how I really noticed it. But what were you gonna say?
He was just one of those people that like immediately, I think like the first time we met, it was just like, yep, okay, this is my brother, and I mean that, and that's the way it is. It's when you just connect with someone, like you can't explain it, but it's family immediately, and it has years, and I'm like, again, I'm blessed, and my highlight of 2020 was a Marshall Brandon story, was when he was out there with Donnell and just, doing what he was doing, hanging out, and then all of a sudden he got that shot and he was up on stage.
Oh man, that was so cool.
Chappelle, Joe Rogan. I don't know who else was there that night that was on that night. Mo Amer, Michelle Wolf. But I'm sure amazing lineup. And Marshall was and his look.
I think Donnell also hosted it that night.
And the two of them together, oh my God, that's Donnell's guy, Marshall. And if you go to, if you go to a Donnell Rowland show, it's one of the most amazing comedy shows you'll ever go to. If you get to see him with Marshall, and that's the thing. Like here we are, we're talking about Marshall, and he is the sweetest, kindest soul, spirit, loving energy you could ever meet. He gets up on that stage and transforms into a beast, an absolute beast on stage.
Yeah, oh my God. It's crazy. He's fantastic.
Yeah.
So now I'll answer your question from earlier.
Okay.
It's a women in tech conference that I was asked to speak at. So I'm gonna do a talk. So yeah, I think it's gonna be good. I mean, I've spoken at a lot of conferences, and I'm like, what do I talk about? I don't know. I'm like, what do people want to hear? I have no idea. So.
Do they give you talking points? Do they give you key things, or do you just go in there and just see where it goes?
Well, so usually because I like what I do in like my work nature is like it's very, very technical stuff, right? So I do like marketing for software developers. So it's like really, really technical stuff. I have done like demos that are very in depth. I'm like people who like are, studying computer engineering, in university and stuff. So uh with that, it's like I said, sometimes I will just ask like how, because if it's a tech conference, I'll ask how technical the audience is. So like with this women in tech conference, it's like middle of the road. So like you could have women who are like very, very technical, and then you could have women that might be like in something more like what I do, where it's like I'm a woman in tech, but like I'm not programming, you know? So that sounds like I don't know what to tell them about. I want to try to find something that's going to give people value. Like what would somebody actually want to attend? Like why do they talk about so many topics, but most people can't get anything from it? So,
Are you
I
one of
was trying to just think of something that's valuable.
are you one of those people that can like speak like the tech language, like really deep in?
That's actually how I found my way into this, because I was working in like rap music before this. Like I was not working in tech at all. And then I started working with a friend of mine who started a company who was helping people who work in tech find love or jobs and or love. We were literally doing we were doing matchmaking for jobs and love for software developers. But I was like talking to a lot of software developers, and software development, honestly, like the thing that's really interesting about it is that it's very philosophical. So if you don't know anything about software development, I could talk to you about it and like you could understand it. Like like languages, right? People code in all different kinds of languages. So before I knew anything about computer programming, everybody who was a software developer to me, I was like computer person. Like that's it. You're just a computer person. I can't tell them apart of who does what. Now it's like very specific, but now you have like, okay, programming languages, right? One person programs in Ruby, another person programs in Python, whatever. And like those are languages all around the world. And those languages also have a culture, type of person. You know how like Italians are a certain way and Irish people are a certain way, and people from Korea are a certain way, like all the cultures. And it's the same thing with programming languages. They all function differently and they behave differently and they're good at different things. And, um, so I think it's like, I think that that's the part that's interesting about it, is that you don't actually have to know how to code to be able to speak software development, you know, but you just have to be able to talk about it in a very abstract way, as this like cloud, like, what's the cloud? A cloud is not really a cloud, but like that idea is what it is, right? You just store it in the cloud.
The magic of it. It's amazing. Like I'm actually like my daughter is learning code and languages now too, and it's really cool to see how it all works. It's like, oh my, like amazing.
Yeah, yeah. Um, you should have her look into graph databases. That's what I used to. I designed this T-shirt. I know it's backwards, but it says open sorceress. So it's like a sorcerer, but
Okay.
so do you know the concept of open source in software development?
No.
Okay, here's the weird thing that got to me when I started working with software developers. There is this concept of open source. And open source, it means it's free for anybody to use for whatever they want. That's literally what open source is. It's crazy. So like people will create things that other people can use for free. And it's this massive community of software engineers that just build free stuff for other people to use. And then they take somebody else and build on top of it. And then and they just keep building. And that's actually one of the things that fascinated me the most about software development community is like how much they give without like needing anything to receive anything back. Like, even meetups, they're always doing like these free conferences and all this kind of stuff without asking for anything
So
for anything back.
is it putting your work out there for free just so people say, "Hey, who made that?" And is it that looking that it'll come back to you?
So it would be like, so yeah, people will know who made it, but that's actually not the only thing. So like they could see your code, right? They can copy it and they can make other branches of it. That's literally, you could do like branches and they call it forks and all this kind of stuff. But like you can literally take somebody's project and add to it. And then you can do what's called like pull requests, where like I can try to add to you. So you might own the project, sort of, but it's all public. Everybody has access to it. Anybody can use it or run it or whatever. But I might build something that complements your project, and I could just send it to you to approve, and then it's part of your thing that you offer for people to use for free.
You're getting very pixelated.
Uh-oh. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, it's getting a little. It's been kind of building, and now it's getting kind of.
All right, hopefully it gets better. I have to keep sitting downstairs every time I talk to you instead of going upstairs, close to the Wi-Fi router. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I had Wi-Fi issues all day today. I'm lucky I got mine straightened out. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to do it. But all day today, Wi-Fi kept dropping. You
But did you get what I said, or did I cut out?
I got till the end of it.
Okay. So yeah, I mean that's basically it. I don't remember what I was saying, but let's see. We have 4 minutes. So we have two stranger dangers tonight.
Okay.
Um, I'm not going to tell you anything about them, obviously.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. But I'm excited about them. They're both really, really fun, awesome people. I think you're in for a treat, actually. They're like, oh my God. Um, I will tell you. Well, like, I don't know. Should I tell you something about them or no? I feel
Yes.
like we keep doing this. All
Yeah.
right, I'll tell you a little bit. I'll tell you a little bit.
Fun.
All right. I'll tell you a little bit. One of them, um, she's in tech, and we met through mutual friends. And she, oh my God, she's fantastic. She did a presentation once on how, I think it was like how to communicate like as a technical person with like a business person using improv.
Whoa.
Oh my God. And her presentation is like just so energetic and like she's just really, really good. Um, and the other one is a very good friend of mine for a really long time. And she's definitely a special person. You'll know right away what I mean by that. As soon as she jumps on, you'll get it. Going back to the other woman, the one who's like, oh man, I told you they were a woman. I shouldn't have told you that. The other one that used to work in tech, she also used to work with my ex. So
Okay.
that's also interesting. After like, so we were together and then we split up and then she kept working with him. Then we were still friends and it was like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Just a chapter. You move on.
Yeah, yeah. But they're both really interesting people. I'm really excited. I actually kind of just want to be like, all right, just go now. I'll meet you after. Do you want to take the first one?
Yeah, absolutely. Who's going to be the first one?
All right, so it's Ange, ANGGAB 8.
Okay. And then after that, I'll come back with you, and then we'll go to the next one.
Yeah.
I will see you shortly then.
All right.
Gonna be. Here we go.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All righty. We have to find Ange. Let's see here. There we go. We're going to send our request, and we are going to commence with the Stranger Danger Babble. Looking forward to another fun one. I got to get that elevator music in the meantime. Da, 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 da. That's too. It's got to be more like an elevator theme music. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look up elevator theme music so I can hum one during these times. I hope my Wi-Fi is still working because I know I was having issues with it before. Let's see. Let me hold on one second. Let me start it again. Okay. Oh, I don't see her there. Hold on. Oh, there. Wait. I saw it there for a second and then it popped out. I don't know if she's having issues on her end. There we go. Technical difficulties. We'll deal with them. We'll figure it out. And again, next time I will be prepared with background music, so it'll be a little bit more fun. See,
Hi.
that's how you make an entrance.
Hello.
That's how you make an entrance. That's the show.
It's so nice to meet you.
It is my honor, my pleasure. This is okay. So do we about Ange or do we ask about Batman? I'm not sure which direction to go here.
I'll follow your lead. But everybody calls me Angel or Batgirl, depending on the day.
So now, is this a character that you do on the regular?
Well, I just have this obsession with Batman. It's been going on for quite a while. So much to the fact that my wedding ring is also Batman. So it's just kind of like a hobby of mine. I try to tie Batman into as much of my life as possible.
So I guess you're like a big Comic-Con person. Do you do like cons and stuff like that? Or?
Well, I also like to dress up in costumes on my birthday. I've done Wonder Woman. I've done, well, pretty much I love a good theme, but yeah, any excuse to dress up, I'm there.
We are with you. My son, I know, again, this is our first time meeting. Briefly, I have a special needs son, and he has bins of costumes in his room, and I mean, constantly throughout the year. He'll point to the bins, and he'll want to wear a costume, and then he'll sign to us that we have to wear a costume. So there are just random days throughout the year we're walking around the house like superheroes or Power Rangers, or we have Batman costumes. I believe we have 2 Batman costumes. Yeah, so you're right, and it's just fun. More people
Yeah,
do that.
it's just great. I mean, why not? I love a good theme. Any chance to dress up and spread some good vibes, why not?
That is a wonderful thing. Do you just go out randomly about your daily routine dressed up?
Well, let's see. On my birthday a few years back, I went to the dentist as Wonder Woman. I went to a park in New York and passed out Cheez-Its to strangers. I went to the movies as Wonder Woman. Yeah, why not? Throw on a costume, go out and do some good, make some people smile, take some pictures with little kids. It's a good time.
You're one of those people that's just bringing love, laughter, and good vibes to the world.
Well,
It's just, you love to see stuff like that. You love to this entire time, that smile has been, and again, that's just, what am I doing? I'm just taking this all in. I mean, this is absolutely wonderful.
well, thank you. Thank you. It's been great.
That's, do you get requests to go to parties or to hospitals or to anything like that? Do you?
Well, I not so much as Batman, but I do some different volunteer. I participate in some different volunteer efforts. I have a really big soft spot in my heart for the homeless community and those in need. So I haven't gone in a Batman costume, but I do try to get out there and do good. And with COVID, try to join in as much as I can virtually.
Do you know a future superhero?
I don't.
Yeah, I'm going to put you in touch with, he's a future superhero on Instagram. His name is Yuri Williams. He's come to our house, I think twice now. He travels the country dressed as, the first time he came here, he was Spider-Man. The last time he was here, he was Deadpool. He travels the country a lot with Rodney Smith Jr., an amazing person who travels the country mowing people's lawns.
Wow.
Brings elderly people, people who can't, take care of. Rodney's known for that. Yuri travels a lot with him. But Yuri is, he's you. Yuri's another you. It's just one of those people who just, and when I tell you, he gets on the plane in costume. He is in costume 24/7. He just out. People see him and they smile and they laugh. Just a beautiful, beautiful. I guarantee you, just like you, the two of you would probably have a lot in common, a lot to talk about. It's an amazing. I mean, he's got a collection of costumes too. That's absolutely amazing.
Well, I'd love to see him.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna send you, put the two of you in touch, because like you two are definitely one of a kind.
Well, thank you. It's been great, and it sounds like my kind of party.
Yes. Yeah. Again, thank you for what you do. That's, again, if just a few more people did what you do, the world would be such a better place. Just seeing someone out and about, just enjoying themselves, not afraid to wear a costume any day of the week. That should be something. Maybe some workplaces should take that up once a month. Costume day. It's not Halloween.
Yeah.
Who cares? Costume day. Have fun.
Or on your birthday, why not?
On your birthday. That's a good thing. Let's get that started.
Okay, well, thank you so much for having me.
Again, it's been my absolute pleasure. Keep doing what you're doing. Again, I absolutely love it. And again, I have no problem saying this. I just met you. I love you. For what you do, absolutely love you.
Aw, thank you. Bye.
Love and laughter. Keep the world laughing and smiling. Thank you. That's, again, how can you not, how did you, her smile the whole time, I can't even, like, my smile, it's going to be hurting when I go upstairs when this is over later, just from smiling. It was just so contagious. And that's just an amazing person putting out an amazing vibe to the world. Again, just put a costume on once in a while. We do it in this house all the time. Oh, that was a great start. That was an absolutely wonderful start to the night right there. Thank you for that.
I was like, I don't know how he's going to react if she shows up with a Batman mask. But the reality is that that's who she is.
And I absolutely love her for who she is. I wish more people were themselves. That's someone who's themselves.
Wait a minute, hold on. She was dressed as Batman. That's not being yourself. That's being Batman.
Oh, stop.
No, but you're right. It's like I guess like just taking things a little lightly, and it definitely is very interesting to see a woman I mean, in New York, it's not that weird to see somebody dressed as Wonder Woman on like any given day of the week. Oh man, I'm just thinking about all the crazy stuff that I've done in New York with this one, and probably stuff that I shouldn't really share. I'll share with you another time privately, but yeah. So Angel is great. She's a very good friend of mine. She's also a singer. She sings in the Brooklyn Tabernacle.
What?
Uh-huh.
How did I see? It's me. You may have to give me some more hints. I could have had Batgirl singing on here. That would have, I mean, it was amazing as it was, but we're going to have her back on then. Do
you want to bring her back right now just to sing?
Do you think she would? I don't want to put her on the spot. Do you think she would?
I think she would.
Let's see.
Angel.
Would you be willing to come back on and sing for us?
You got to give her a minute. In the Batman
outfit. What?
She said, no.
See, yeah, I didn't want to. I didn't want to.
But you know what, though? I think if you put pressure on her, she would do it. I've done it before. I've put pressure on her.
Okay. Well, what we can do is maybe next time we will talk to her. We'll set it up. If we can have her come back in, if she wants, I'll sing first. Now she's a professional singer. I am my famous singer. That's as far as I go with singing. I'll sing, and I'll probably crack this light that I just got, but just to make her feel good, just sing. But that's really the Brooklyn Tabernacle.
Uh-huh.
Wow. See,
Yeah.
again, it's amazing what you can find out about people. Just have a conversation.
And you never know.
No.
She's really special. I was doing a production company in New York, and we met through like mutual connections at work, and I'm like, I don't really know exactly where I'm going with the story, but there's one story that I think I'm gonna mention. So she worked for a company called Spin the Bottle TV, and this TV production studio was like on 27th and 5th in Manhattan, and their logo was a woman like riding a massive like cowboy, like riding it.
You're starting
like
glitchy.
I can't do this with you anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to do to make can I sit should I sit ridiculously close to the internet router?
You know what you should do? I think you have to put tinfoil on your head.
Oh my God, you're so smart. Okay, I'll try the tinfoil thing next time. So I'm sitting literally right next to the. If this doesn't work, sitting right next to the router, then I don't know what will.
That's so far good.
Okay, yeah, but having bad reception is the worst. So I'm gonna have to work on that. I'm gonna have to get better internet before we do another one.
Yeah. No, right now you seem good. Yeah, it like starts off slow and then it just gets worse and worse. Now it seems.
What if I'm faking it?
If anybody saw the South Park special, Cartman just can't hear you.
Oh yeah, the Zoom thing. That was funny. Pandemic special.
Can't go to school.
It's funny. But yeah, so like their logo at Spin the Bottle TV was a big bottle with a cowgirl like riding the bottle. So she's like, on top of this bottle. And the studio there was like bright pink. So like and it was across the street from the Ace Hotel. So if you're like looking at it from across the street, you see this big like pink lights and like curtains and all kinds of crazy stuff. And one night we went there, like after we were out in New York, like hanging out, partying, and we went back there. We were just hanging out. We were like laughing, and they had a spinning table and all this other stuff, and we were going wild in the house. Just it was a studio, just having fun. Angel was also singing, and then because they have like this like song production room in the back, and then somebody from the Ace Hotel came knocking at the door. If they thought it was a brothel.
Oh. Well, it is New York. It is. I could, anywhere else, I would say, but New York, yeah, like you said,
oh my God.
nothing is out of the ordinary when it comes to New York. There is nothing, very little stories out of New York that you get surprised about.
No. I remember one of the first experiences I had when I moved to New York was I was standing on the subway platform, and it was like the end of the line. So there was a train just sitting there, like waiting to start its route. And I'm looking across the platform, and I see this train, and inside there's a man by himself. That train is empty. And I watched him as he took his clothes off and started jumping up and down as the train pulled away.
Yeah. Like I said, if you said that was in any other state but New York, pretty much, I'd be, yeah, okay. It's
New York people don't even blink an eye. They're just like, okay, that's not that exciting of a story.
No. I remember I used to joke around all the time too. I forget, this was years ago. I think, I don't know who we were with. It was with Jenny. I don't know if we were married or dating at the time. I don't know if we were with our nieces. There were kids with us. I don't remember whose they were though. And I remember we were walking somewhere, and there was a homeless woman wearing a garbage bag on her hands and knees, throwing up on the ground with another homeless person sitting on their back. And I don't remember if they were like rambling and yelling something. And it was truly one of those things where it was just like, okay, let's, like right in the middle of the sidewalk. And it's just, everybody just parks and goes around. And it's, that's New York. That's
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what are you supposed to do though? You know, it's just like you can't just like tap them on the shoulder and be like, "Excuse me,
Yeah.
trash bag person." You know.
Subway. Everybody should ride the subway in New York at least once in their life. That's
Yes.
that's an experience.
And the biggest tip for anybody who hasn't is if you're getting ready to get on the train and the one car that you're getting on is empty, don't go in that car. Go in any of the other cars. That means that's like a red flag. Either something smells bad or
Yeah.
there's a crazy person on the train. Take the other cars.
You live and you learn.
Yeah, you have to go by like the crowd. You know, so like one thing I learned is like, you know, I used to ride the train from like deeper in Brooklyn. So like it would be emptier when I would get on and then it would start filling up. But there'd always be like a crazy person that would come on the train and like start yelling at everybody. And every time the doors open, they just sit there and they don't say anything, right? They're just sitting there silently. And so that anybody who comes in the train thinks it's just normal people. And they don't know there's an empty seat next to this person, two empty seats next to this person. And they sit down and they happen to sit down next to the crazy person. And then as soon as the two doors close, this crazy person starts ranting at them. So, you know, you got to pay attention to the crowd.
You have to.
If the train is full and there are two empty seats, don't sit there.
No, it's an experience unlike any other. But the thing that is amazing about the subways, though, there's some amazing talent down there. I mean, you get some of the street performers down there. My God, they are absolutely incredible. And you'll even come across some of them actually on the subway cars too. You know, kind of panhandling, kind of trying to do a show.
I always give them money.
Yeah, you'll get some if
always.
If they're funny, if they're telling jokes, if they're musical. But I mean, some of the people like actually down in the subways though. I mean, there was a guy not too long ago. I don't remember if he sang or what he did. I think if it was guitar, but he was on like America's Got Talent, and he was a New York subway guy, and it's like what it's amazing. You know, these musicians just down on their luck, they're performing down there, and you can really see and hear some amazing stuff down there.
I always promote like public entertainment. So like anybody who plays music or does cool, interesting things, like they are making my life better. Like when I walk through the park and I hear like cool drums or like sometimes people play the flute or like whatever, I'm like, this is amazing. I always give them money. That's actually probably consistently the thing that I have donated money towards is like every time I'm in the park, every time, as long as it's like reasonable, you know, they're not just being an asshole, but
yeah.
Most of the time it's good. There's some really amazing music in Philadelphia too.
Yeah, that's a whole different vibe down there. I was down there, I think twice I've been down there. One time for work years ago. I did the Philly cheesesteak thing, but I was down there once, I forget, to in my late teens or something. I went down there with a bunch of friends and we hung out, and it was an amazing vibe down there.
Yeah, oh my God. And the music scene here is incredible.
Yeah, that is. Oh, so are we going on to our next Stranger Danger? We ready to jump in? Oh, Angel was absolutely amazing. Again, thank you for jumping in the way you did, Angel. Batgirl, you are my hero. I'm looking forward to you now. And no hints, right?
I gave you some. She's the one who did the improv talk.
That's
yeah. Do you want me to tell you? I'll let her tell you her name. Her name, but her username is Scramby Pamby.
SCRAMBY?
Yes.
I have to write these down because because at the end of the show, I have to search for the people so I can tag them in the thing, and I got to get it right. All right. You coming back on?
Yeah, I'll come back after.
I will see you at the end then. Yeah, here we go again. Don't know what's going to happen. The fun of it. All right there. Scramby Bampy. Okay, hold on one second. That's an interesting name just to begin with. Scramby Scramby Pamby. Okay. Scramby Pamby. All right. Do we have another superhero jumping on here? Elevator music. I will have it next time. I promise you I will be. It's
Hello! It's so good to meet you.
this is a fun night. This is, oh my gosh. This is
Every night is a fun night when you have the attitude to make it a fun night.
Okay, so Scramby is Scramby Pamby, correct?
Well, that's my Instagram name.
Yeah,
My
now,
real name was taken.
Your real name was taken.
I'm assuming your first name isn't Bearded. Unless that's a family name. Was it shortened? Was it Bearded Ski?
It was goatee, and then it became beard.
It grew.
Grew.
That makes sense.
So is there a Pam in the name? Is Pamby part of it? Is there?
No. Scramby
No.
Pamby is what my grandma used to yell at me when I got the goats riled up. And she said, "You got them goats all Scramby Pamby." And it just stuck, as you know, those things do.
So we're living the farm life.
I used to, but now I have a couple of business ventures that combine making money with helping people.
Would you like to talk about these business ventures helping people, or should we go back?
Oh, I would be delighted. I would absolutely, in case somebody wants to replicate it in their neighborhood. One of them, I take the children down to the beach and we collect driftwood. And then I teach them how to write by painting live, laugh, and love on the driftwood. And then we sell it in the corner store.
Corner store. So we're in a little town.
Yeah, but all towns out here are little.
Out here is where?
Down here. I actually live just outside of Tallahassee, Florida.
Tallahassee. Remind me again where Tallahassee is.
It's in the Panhandle, sweetheart.
Tallahassee. See, I was born in Miami, and then
it's much farther north.
When I was 3 days old, I was taken out of Florida. So I'm a Floridian at heart.
You were taken out under cover of night?
It's actually not far off from that. Believe me, that's a whole other story. It would get quite odd. Just my birth alone it's Scramby Pamby. It is Scramby Pamby.
I understand that completely. My brother was stolen from my family, but I think it was because we weren't sure who the father was, and there was a big fight about that. But I haven't seen him in 15 years. I think he's okay.
You think he's okay?
Yeah.
He's not on any social media or anything? You can't find him?
Oh, no. We only have one cell tower, so everybody in the town gathers around it at night. And that's when we do all of our technological activities.
Oh my goodness. What was the last movie that you watched on VHS?
Oh, that's a good question. I would say it would be the copy of Clue that I got from McDonald's in 1992.
Are you still utilizing your VHS player?
Oh, absolutely. And on top of that, I recently found in a dumpster a little red car that I can put the VHS into, and it rewinds it for me. Boy, technology.
It's really
coming.
It's really amazing where technology is at.
Right? Next, you're going to tell me that we can beam things into people's heads or wear shoes without shoelaces.
I can go downstairs right now and I can get one of those VHS rewinders. I believe that there's actually one downstairs.
You have one downstairs? Are you wealthy? How many horses do you own? It is at least two, I'm assuming.
Okay, all right. This is wow. I'm trying to go back in time here, and this is another wonderful wonderful journey that we are on.
Oh, well, we're advanced in other ways. My other business venture is to teach community members how to apply dermal fillers, and then they
Der-
go to the poorer parts of town and give them nice plump lips.
Dermal fillers.
Yes. They're very good at lips. Don't ask them to put them under your eyes unless you're not too keen on seeing.
Now, of course, this is all approved by FDA, I'm sure.
What's that? The Father-Daughter Association?
Yes, that is correct. It's approved by the father-daughter.
My daddy says everything I do is magic. The one I think is my daddy, at least.
Oh, this is wow. This is an absolutely wonderful one. Oh my God, you're catching me off guard, which isn't easy. Whew, I gotta catch my breath. I gotta take a deep breath, and I gotta get back into this one because this one is absolutely.
It's just like how I used to talk to those goats. You're just another goat.
How many possibilities of a daddy are there for you? Do you think?
Oh, are you asking if I'm in some sort of Mamma Mia type situation? No, because
okay.
I have at least 6, and she
Six.
only had 3. But none of mine look like Pierce Brosnan.
Where's Pierce Brosnan from?
I would assume he's from some sort of archery family. Is that correct? Where do they still do archery? Romania?
Do you know what his accent is?
He sounds like ancient Romans.
Could you imitate his accent? This I would love.
Oh, let's see. Bond. James Bond. Did I do it okay? Shaken, not stud. How about that one?
If I were to close my eyes and do it again, I guarantee you I would think that him or Roger Moore were in this room.
Oh, but not Sean Connery? Is it because he died too soon?
Oh, okay. I really now I want to get into like Sean Connery Saturday Night Live jokes. Whew, okay.
Here we don't call it Saturday Night Live because you're not allowed to use any electronics within 48 hours of the Sabbath. So we actually watch it on Monday nights. We call it Monday Night Taped.
Now, just so you know, your friend Karine before, she was having Wi-Fi issues. I don't know if you understand the technology, the terminology.
Wi-Fi issues?
Yes.
How many does she have?
I don't know, that's for another show, but she was having wife issues. And you know what I told her? And she laughed at me, and you can back me up on this. I told her if she put tinfoil on her head that it would help the reception.
Oh, but tinfoil is so 1982. If she wants to do it, she should make a tinfoil beret.
Beret.
And then maybe she should do like highlights. Because then you're using the tinfoil for 2 purposes. You gotta be environmentally friendly these days.
Should she also, if you know what works too, is with the tinfoil, but the 9-volt battery, if you hold it to your tongue too, that also helps.
Yep.
So
and then you just become like a human potato.
Is it potato or potato?
I don't know. Let's call the whole thing off.
I want to thank you because all I've been talking about on here is how much I have missed comedy, and you have just absolutely brought comedy to me tonight. I don't know if you're.
I'm just being myself. I always won Miss Congeniality in our beauty pageants, but it was only 2 contestants. And I still didn't get runner-up.
But when you say contestants, you didn't say 2 women. Were you competing against?
It was me and a very attractive cow.
A cow. Now, was this one of the cows that your grandma, it was grandma or grandmama or granny or?
Oh, we had goats.
We
We're
had
not
goats.
highfalutin like those cow owners.
Now, here's an interesting conversation that I was just having today. I was talking to my wife about, she was talking about almond milk and how almond milk is made. Now, it's not fair to call almond milk milk. You can call milk if it comes from a cow or if it comes from a goat. But if you're not milking that almond, which I'm sure you're an expert at milking goats and possibly other things, no offense, but did you win any championships for that?
Well, I agree with you, and that's why down here we call it mama juice when mothers feed their babies from their breasts.
Okay, mama juice. So
that's why we got real confused. There was a juice place called Jamba Juice, and we thought they sold mama juice with fruits. And where were they getting all that mama juice from? That's so much mama juice.
So can we call it, instead of almond milk, can we call it almond mama juice?
Well, I don't know. Are all those almonds mamas?
How does one tell the sex of an almond?
Oh, you can't. After the almond has a baby, it just goes right back. There's no stretching. There's no tearing. It just sucks it right back in, goes right back out on the street. And it just goes back to work. There's no almond maternity leave.
I am grateful to you about this history of the extremely difficult life of the female almond. I did not know this.
We actually, in second grade, the entire curriculum was just about nuts and birthing.
Would you like to speak? Would you like to talk about the nuts, the different types of nuts?
Well, there's cashews, Gesundheit, and they grow real funny. It's like a little bit of a baby thing underneath the fruit, and then the nut underneath is what we eat, although the fruits are so much bigger. And there's peanuts, which aren't a nut. They're actually a legume. And then there's also Peanuts, the comic strip, which we spent a non-zero amount of time on in school because it is an important part of American history.
Is Lucy a bully?
No. I don't believe in bullies.
So when
I just believe in pet names for bulls.
Pet names for bulls. Okay. We can. I'm sorry to distract you with the peanuts. There. Of
course. Get back.
We can get back to the nuts. Again, that was a very interesting point. I'm 52 years old, and I believe I found out in the past year or two how cashews grew, and that absolutely blew my mind. If you don't know how cashews grow, Google it.
Google it. Once you get to your local cell tower, take out your Nokia phone and Google it. There's also phone numbers you can call, and they'll Google it for you.
Is there one computer at the library that you all share to Google, or?
Well, our library hasn't really been updated since John F. Kennedy was shot. So I think most of our books are just Mark Twain books, but half of them have been torn. So I don't know how Huckleberry Finn ends.
This explains everything. What's that whole line right there absolutely explains everything. So you're stuck in 1963. Wow.
Yeah, we just had Vatican II. No more Mass in Latin.
Oh, God. I can't with this. This is absolutely wonderful. And I love that you are not breaking character. I am struggling here because this was totally unexpected. I probably wouldn't have smoked the strain that I smoked, and I would have been a lot better with this.
You smoke some meat?
Yes, yes, yes.
What's your meat smoking tips? I only smoke goat meat because that's all that's available to me.
Have you won any ribbons for that?
My smoked goat meat?
Yes.
No. Mary Carpenter, a couple of farms down, she makes a really good goat meat. And she also has very large mama milk makers. And so she wins all the ribbons all the time.
Is it because of her mama milk maker?
I think so, but maybe I might be a little bit jealous.
I would say you could probably get into the Me Too movement, but I don't think you would understand. Hashtag. If I said hashtag, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Oh, it would be like chopped up meat with potatoes.
Yes, you are absolutely correct. That would be a side for breakfast, I guess. Hashtag.
Is Me Too like a sequel to Me?
Yes, we're all waiting on Me 3. That's going to be coming very soon.
Meat 3. I think the third meat would be like pork. The first meat, obviously, chicken.
Let me ask you this. What is your pig's name?
My pig?
Yeah.
Well, I think you Yankees would call him my husband. His name's Jerry.
Okay.
The pig is also named Jerry. He doesn't have a lot of creativity. The pig and my husband.
So when you call Jerry, both of them come running?
Oh, only the pig. My husband, he doesn't hear too well after that hunting accident. So we mostly communicate on a very small chalkboard.
A small chalk.
I draw pictures, and then he understands what the pictures mean.
Does he blink or does he nod?
Oh, he draws pictures too. He can still draw. He's actually a very talented chalk drawer.
Now, I'm guessing that you two have probably been drawing chalk together since you were little kids. Have you known each other forever? Are you possibly related in any way?
Well, so I don't know because I have like potentially 6 fathers, but he's actually a Yankee. He went to Harvard University. I think that's in Massachusetts, although I don't know. All those states run together to me. It might be New Hampshire.
Yes.
And then for his second degree, he went to a place called Yale.
Yale,
and
yes.
he became a lawyer. He does lawyering.
Lawyering, not loitering. Lawyering.
He also does that, but he can get away with it.
Of course he can. So who does he represent down there? Are there a lot of farm cases? Are there a lot of...
Oh, there's so many escaped cow cases that a cow leaves one farm and it goes to another farm. And then one farm's like, that's my cow. And the other farm's like, no, it's not, Jared.
But does the cow's opinion matter in any of this? Maybe the cow likes that farmer better.
Oh, most judges just say cut the cow in half, thinking that one person's going to say no and that's the person it belongs to. But we just have so many halved cows nowadays. It's never come out the way they think it will. I don't know why they keep rolling that way.
God, this is absolutely wonderful. Now, after the settlement, are there? I guess you would be upset because you at one point had a full cow. Now you have a half cow, but at least you can get some food off of that cow. So is there?
But then you don't have a cow.
can I ask this? Now, being that your husband went to Harvard and Yale,
Yeah.
being went to those, I'm sure that he does quite well in his business. Your payment is that accepted in gifts, in labor, in
Oh, we actually only operate on silver.
silver?
Yes.
Ouch.
I remember when that hero, Andrew Jackson, said that we would only use silver as currency. We just never looked back.
That is absolutely wonderful. Does he does he do any other cases? Anything else besides the cows? I mean, that's
Yes. 2 years ago, he presented a case at Florida Supreme Court. He
Was there a
actually made them redraw the lines for district because they said they were gerrymandering.
gerrymandering?
Yep, gerrymandering, which is
Jerry,
not, as I initially believed, when Jerry peels an orange. It's when they make the boundaries wrong. If anybody else here didn't know that, now you know. It's not about mandarin oranges.
gerrymandering has nothing to do with the orange drink.
No, I know. I was shocked too. I love a mandarin orange.
What else? What else can you tell me about you that I couldn't already possibly guess?
Oh, well, the reason why I think I have six fathers is that my mama is not my real mama. She found me floating down a river in a wicker basket. I was just floating around some canes, and she said, "Let's take this baby." And then my fake daddy said, "That sounds great. I need some babies." So, if anybody here looks like me and is 30 to 50 years older than I am, and also once had a baby they don't remember, it might be me.
We could be related.
It's
Like
possible.
I said, but I'm from Florida. My birth was I was 2 days after.
Spirited away in the middle of the night by a cluster of monks.
Yeah, it's close to that. It's
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's called the cloister of monks.
I think we're related.
I don't disagree.
So we
This
could
morning, I had to shave my mustache that looked like your mustache.
I'm telling you, someday we're gonna meet and possibly get married because we're related.
Oh, I've always wanted a baby with more than 10 fingers. It'd be so good at piano.
What other instruments do you play? Banjo?
I play nose harp,
Washboard?
and I play harpsichord.
Nose harp.
Nose harp. Mm-hmm.
Nose harp. Can you a little nose harp?
I need both hands to play nose harp, and I'm holding my phone with one of my hands.
Okay.
I play the Fender jazz bass. I play guitar. I play ukulele. I play clarinet. I actually was once in an orchestra of just glasses filled with different amounts of water. Yeah, we did that, but you gotta wet your fingers first.
That I've always been absolutely amazed by that. By the way, that's amazing. Just the way that
incredible.
Is it in the glass? Does it depend on the glass? Is that an important part of it?
It does, but it mostly depends on the amount of water you put in the glass. That changes the tone.
Does it matter the liquid? Should it be water?
I don't know. I never tried anything else because putting any different liquid in there would be wasteful.
What if you were to...
Are you trying to create some sort of water glass orchestra beer pong kind of game matchup?
No, I want a Mama Milk orchestra.
A Mama Juice orchestra? That's so wasteful of Mama Juice. Do you know how much work it is? And it's not going to babies? Or
Okay.
smoothies?
That's where my mind went. I thought
Unless you're making almond Mama Juice, in which case I think that'd be fine.
that's a lot of work though to milk all those almonds though.
It really is. It's so much work. And you actually need to ask permission now.
So that's
you can't
part
just
of
go touching almonds.
That's part of me. See, so you do understand about Me Too without even knowing it.
Oh no, almonds will bite you.
The almonds will bite you.
My cousin only has 7 fingers. I mean, granted, he was born with 8, but one of them was lost to an almond as well.
Do you know the story?
That's very vague.
Could you
say yes and be correct?
Would you share the almond that took the finger
of
my
cousin's finger, the almond? Yeah. So my cousin was dating an almond in high school, and he took her out to the kissing ridge. You know where all the boys take the girls out and they kiss them, and then sometimes they'll put like a little baby inside them. He took her out to Kissing Ridge, and he thought, I love almond mama milk, and I know someone just put baby inside you, and he tried to get some out. Almond bit him, and it bit hard enough that it took off his left pinky.
Should there be a movement or at least a warning on almonds that they bite? Because I've never seen a warning.
I think that we should be training young men to not try to milk almonds without their permission.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
That's the real solution.
You are 100%. I cannot argue that fact. If it's a fact, I can't argue that. That's absolutely genius.
Then look at how much almond milk is out there. That's all almonds that were asked permission. So it's not like they're greedy.
Oh God, this has gone down a route I would have never expected tonight.
That's how you get to the best swimming holes.
Now wait a second. Now, from what I'm gathering, this was part of an act that was done at a seminar?
What? I know what you're talking about. I just know that my husband's friend, Corrine, she said, hey, get down to that cell tower and take your iPhone 3G.
3G.
And I said, okay, let me put my face on. And I went down, and I'm here, I'm leaning up against one of our many electric grids. Just chatting with you.
This is absolutely, you do not break character. You are, I could just say you are. Oh my God.
Oh, you're not breaking character either.
Oh God, this is, I'm trying to get into character. This is so good that I totally unprepared for this. I would have loved to have. We're going to do this again. This is improv is something that I've wanted to get into for years, and I just started finding places. And then a year ago, something hit. If you've heard about, I don't think you've heard about. There's a virus going around, not the measles or the mumps.
A computer virus?
Yes, there's a computer virus going around, and it has kind of shut the world down.
Oh, so everybody doesn't have internet too?
No, that's the problem. Everybody right now is on the internet. That's the problem.
Oh, so everybody can't get into their cars and go places?
They can, but they're not supposed to. And it's, how would I explain that?
So do you no longer have church functions where you just spit into each other's glasses and then drink it? Does that not happen?
Those I'm sure are still going on. Hopefully those are still going on, because that is definitely a church that I want to attend on a Sunday morning. That's
what we've been doing since Vatican II turned.
And that's why you are not affected by the virus, any of you.
Oh, I don't think I'm affected by any virus because I pretty much have every antibody to any virus inside my body already. Do you know how much poop I've touched and how many different animals that poop came from?
Go through some of the animals that poop you have touched.
Well, of course, there's cows and pigs and goats and humans. And there's also a kangaroo and an alligator and hamsters and rabbits and coyotes. And a wolf once wandered onto our property and tried to steal one of our goats. But goats are just evil demon spawns. And it just stared at the wolf with their crazy goat's eyes. And the wolf just kind of ran away and pooped itself. And I had to clean up that wolf poop. And let's see, one time there was a wild boy who kind of lived in the woods, but we just didn't bother him. He came and pooped on our lawn. I had to touch that. Once I had to touch the poop of I think it was a brown bear, but it might have been a grizzly bear. I can't tell the difference from a distance. Let me think. I think that's about it. Is baby poop different than human poop? Because I touched both.
Yes, it is. It is.
Okay.
It is.
What about baby koala poop? Is that different than human poop?
Baby koala poop and baby poop are the same. They are both different than.
Got it. Okay. Well, I haven't touched baby koala poop. I just was asking for a friend.
Kangaroo poop. How did that happen in Tallahassee, Florida?
Oh, well, there was a guy who tried to make a lot of like large cats live on his property. And there was another guy who had other large cats just a county over. So it was a little redundant. And so then the first guy started just also recruiting other exotic animals, which at first he thought, I'll put some alligators, which this is Florida. You think alligators are exotic here? No. My cousin actually was engaged to an alligator for like 3 months. She broke his heart.
Can you tell me the difference between an alligator and a crocodile?
Crocodiles don't exist in the United States naturally. And crocodiles also have teeth going up and going down, like stalactites and stalagmites. And they also have a wider snout.
Okay. This has been the most amazing, informative, hysterical babble I have ever had.
I'm just keeping my Miss Congeniality title.
You are an absolutely an amazing person. And the person underneath the wig there, that's...
This thing? It's not a wig. This is my real hair that I stole from my auntie when she died. She wasn't using it.
Can I ask you for a second, is there anybody else there that I could talk to?
At the cell tower?
Yes. Is there anybody else there that can possibly explain more about you and what you're doing right now?
No. I don't think so. Well, so we only have certain times that we can go because we want to give people privacy to talk on their phone calls.
Of course. I was just wondering if I was going to speak to anybody else tonight, but obviously.
Well, I believe you're going to speak to my friend Kareen.
Yes. Yes.
Who is a genuine delight. She told me that you have trains under the ground.
Well, you broke up there for a second. Say that again.
Do you have trains that go under the ground?
They go under the ground. They go above the ground. Yes, it's the railroad has come a little bit further than what you recall of it.
Are those trains also filled with guitar playing hobos?
Yes, yes, they are.
Oh, that's a delight.
There's always a one box car that they're always full of, and like Corinne was saying, that's always the one that you usually walk onto by accident.
Oh, and then you find the hobo toilet.
Yes, the smell is. I don't know. I don't know if it would offend you. For most people, it's offensive.
I lost my sense of smell 15 years ago.
How?
I got kicked in the face. This isn't my natural nose.
Oh, so there are you have plastic surgeons there? Or
Well, it was just a particularly steady-handed veterinarian.
there, of course.
That's why my nose looks so much like a pig's nose.
So
That's all he had as a model.
Your nose that came from a pig, was that pig related to Jerry in any way? Not your husband.
My pig Jerry?
Yes.
No, this was before Pig Jerry. Pig Jerry's only a couple years old.
Oh, because I
How
would
old
say
are your pigs? Don't you eat them?
yes.
You want to eat old pig?
What do you recommend is the proper age to eat a pig?
Well, it depends on how juicy and tender you want it to be, but I would say less than 3 years old.
Favorite
Also,
part,
then they stop learning. You don't want a smart pig.
they can learn, don't they?
I once had a pig. It learned how to do differential equations. It invented a radio transmitter.
I absolutely believe you.
I wanted to patent it, but then the patent office said that you had to be an American, and apparently our animals aren't American citizens.
So you never thought about patenting it yourself? That wouldn't have been
Why
right.
would I steal the pig's idea?
Of course.
I'm not a thief, other than this hair, of course. But she wasn't using it. I just pretended that she left it to me in her will. We don't have wills, though. Sometimes we just write stuff on bark. And then sign it in blood.
I don't want to get too personal here. Stop me if this is personal, but have you written a will, and what is in your will?
Oh, in my will? Well,
yes.
I did give someone this hair. It's going to the pig, of course, whichever pig is alive at that point in time, because imagine how much money you would make off of a beautiful pig. I mean, Charlotte's Web, that pig didn't even have a wig.
Would you donate your nose? Would you leave your nose to a pig? Since
no,
your
I'm not
nose.
Tycho Brahe. Would you leave your nose?
No, I guess I would not.
Would you leave your beard? It's quite an accomplishment.
I might leave the beard. I would. You know what? I may have to reach out to my attorney and leave. Should I leave it to a pig?
Leave the beard, take the cannoli.
Leave the beard, take the cannoli. Should I leave it to a pig though?
Oh no, you should definitely leave a beard to a goat. They know how to use it.
Genius, absolutely genius.
If you want a good will, my husband knows how to do them. That's the only reason I have one.
Whose blood are they written in?
Oh, mine. It's got to be in the wills. The person who wrote the will is about. It's their blood. We test. When you die, they test to make sure it's your blood.
Who
for the
is
will
there?
to be valid.
Do you have somebody specific, and could you explain how this person tests the blood? This I would love to know.
Oh, it's just the way you test any blood.
Which
like
is?
They do in CSI, except with the hair tied back instead of leaving it down to let it get into your hair sample.
So you have a lab down there?
We do. It doesn't have electricity, but we have one of those cranks that we can just crank and it'll power most of our EMR spectrum analyzers and our IR spectrum analyzer.
Whew, you guys
because
are.
we have to do sometimes a little more sensitive things, so it needs that magnetic resonance.
You may have too much magnetic resonance down there. Just saying, somebody may want to look into that. I'm not.
Too much magnetic resonance? I don't think that's possible.
If you took, well, if you took a magnet off your refrigerator, first off, do you have a refrigerator or do you have an ice chest?
We have an ice box.
You have an ice box. Do you have? So then you may not have magnets because people put magnets on the refrigerators. If you were to take that magnet and stick it to your head, would it stick to your head?
No.
No. Okay.
But does anybody know how magnets work? I think that's one of the mysteries of life.
I believe that there was a man named Mr. Magic years ago, and everything that is a magnet now was made by him. I don't think they can make any new magnets. I think whatever was made by him are all the magnets in the world.
Oh, what about magnates? Is that the same thing?
Magnates. Is that the same thing? In this case, yes. Yes, they're exactly the same.
A magnet and a magnate?
Yes. Magneto.
Who's that? Is that a pasta?
It's all the same. Magnum PI, MAGA, magazine.
Mary Magnet Delane?
Yes,
that's just
exactly.
A little Bible humor. That's interesting. Thank you for teaching me some information about magnets.
You have taught me so much tonight. I am just absolutely overfilled with new information that I just cannot wait to. I think I'm going to write a book about it.
Oh,
I would
great.
Reaching out to you, and we will definitely.
Will you put pictures in it?
Do you take pictures down there?
We do, but you're only allowed 4 pictures in your lifetime.
4 pictures. Now, for what do you think are the most common? What are those 4 pictures? Birth, marriage.
Okay, so the 4 pictures that most people have are them shaking the hands of a local politician. That's 1. The second picture is usually them when they win a ribbon at the fair. That's 2. The third picture for women is always them as they're giving birth to their first baby.
First baby, okay.
For the first picture for men is them standing next to the woman who took their virginity.
Okay.
And then the 4th picture is usually the one that is taken the day before you die. And so if you're close to death, they take a picture of you every day, but then they burn it if you didn't die.
That's that.
Is this interesting information to your viewers?
It has to be. It definitely has to be. I mean,
all right. I thought everybody did this.
When do you think I should start taking pictures daily?
Well, do you have the one next to the girl who took your virginity? Because I think you're falling behind already. Do you have any shaking a hand of a politician or a local celebrity?
I'm trying to think if I won any ribbons. That would be a good one too. I don't even think I have any ribbon ones.
I feel like maybe you've got other catching up to do.
I think my life has been a waste. And I think talking to you tonight, I think I realize I think I need to head down south and start all over again.
Ah, you're going back to Miami.
No, I
Just
think I'm
like
heading.
Will Smith.
Yes, he would. Yeah, yes, yes, just like Will Smith.
He's a great role model.
Could you sing any one of his songs for me? I would. That would make my
Well,
night.
the one I'm talking about is the one where he's like, I'm going to Miami. And then some girl says, Bienvenido a Miami. Is that okay? I didn't, my talent in the beauty pageants was never singing.
I cannot understand. There's something called America's Got Talent that I think you should look into, and I think you should be singing
Was
on there.
that in question? Did we worry that we did not have talent?
I know you're still kind of stuck in '63, but
Uh-huh.
we're kind of in 2021. Don't get shocked by that. It's really not that much. We've advanced, but we've advanced technologically, but mentally, no. We've probably gotten
Okay.
worse. Probably better where you.
Well, the grass is always greener.
Yes, it is. Oh my God. I have to say this has been the most interesting, fun interview I have done. I let me tell you, I love every interview that I've done so far. This one has definitely been. I want to have you back. I would definitely like to have you or someone else that you may know back on.
All right.
And again, these I don't know if this is just one person that you know. I don't know if there are many people like this that you know.
Oh, you're just trying to ask about all the colorful characters in my small town?
Yes, I am. That's exactly what I'm asking about.
You think that is like an Andy Griffith type situation?
Yes.
Maybe. There's quite a few people, but a lot of them are camera shy because you can only get 4 pictures.
Oh,
the rules are shady on video.
Hey, will that be written at some point? I'm hoping.
The rules?
Yes.
Oh.
Because are you going to catch up to video eventually?
Well, right now, there's no one in my town that I don't see regularly that I need a video of. So I don't know why it would be necessary. Maybe the only time I would want to see more video is if there were more videos of that Pierce Brosnan man.
Yes.
He's still James Bond, right?
Yes, he is. Absolutely. They're not changing that. That's
good. He's talented.
Very. Hold on one second. Pierce Brosnan. Oh my God. What was it? A drive-by fruiting. I can't. Yes. It was a drive-by fruiting. Oh my God. I can't. The name of the movie escapes me right now. Robin Williams. Miss Doubtfire.
What's a drive-by fruiting?
There was a scene in the movie. It was a drive. That was Pierce Brosnan, right? Was he in? Yes.
Why would do you throw fruit? That's so wasteful.
It was a scene in the movie that those the picture shows.
Oh, I know what movies are.
Oh, okay. So this was a movie, and there was a scene in there, and it was a thing, and it was a funny scene, and that's the only thing that I could remember from the scene of the movie.
Oh, well, I'm glad that it tickled your funny bone.
That's my Pierce Brosnan story. That's what I brought to this tonight. Not much.
I'm not here surprising stories. I'm just so shocked that someone give birth to a little baby and say, this baby's named Pierce.
Do you think maybe
Same thing
that
with
was
Stone Phillips, who gives birth to a little baby and looks at it and says, I'm going to name this Stone. I don't get it.
your first name again?
Genia.
Genia.
Uh-huh.
Genia. Okay.
Yep.
Genia. Genia and Jerry. And Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
Genia, Jerry, and Jerry.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else in the household?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Who's moved on?
Well, we had 3 kids, but they also got into the same college that my husband went into because he went there, and his grandfather and his grandfather's grandfather.
Yeah,
So,
Yale.
No, the one in Massachusetts, Harvard.
Harvard.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Now, are they going to come back to town, and are they going to, or do you only need one lawyer there?
Yeah, we don't need lots of lawyers. People don't like them very much. But my kids actually didn't turn into lawyers. They pursued the arts, and one of them is actually a professor at a college, and he teaches philosophy.
Yeah. Can I have some philosophy from you?
My philosophy?
Yes. Your
It's just
philosophy.
live, laugh, love, sugar. I believe that was Immanuel Kant.
Yes. It's
yes.
Your
moral imperative. Live, laugh, love.
Live, laugh, love. It's now you paint that on driftwood.
Well,
with
the
kids.
children do, but I sell them.
And you sell them.
I sell them at the corner store, and I also license them out to Marshalls.
Marshalls. So
we have a distribution deal with Marshalls.
Of course you do. Absolutely. Of course you do. So I can find your driftwood in Marshalls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh my God. This is absolutely oh my God. I have to go yell at Kareen now.
All right.
This has been, we're going to do this again. We are definitely going to.
It was nice talking to you.
This has been absolutely beautiful. I appreciate this. I thank you. And I commend you. I know you don't understand what I'm going to say when I commend you for staying in character.
Oh, well, this is just the character God handed to me before I came down here.
Absolutely wonderful. We are going to do a character night one night. We are definitely going to. This has been.
Characters welcome.
I thank you. Please give both your pigs a big hug for me.
I will.
I would appreciate that. Milk a little extra milk from the goat for me tomorrow.
Oh,
and have
definitely.
That
and you have a great day, sunshine.
Thank you again for this. Absolutely. As I always end, peace, love, and laughter.
Hey, live, laugh, love.
Live, laugh, love. You can get it at Marshall's. Oh my God. Oh, that was wow. That was beautifully unexpected. That was wonderful. I've actually it's amazing because I've actually been looking back into like sketch comedy and improv and stuff like that. Like I said, I was doing it before, and I'm like, started looking at online stuff because I want to do just that, and that was absolutely beautiful.
Yo, legit, I had no idea. Dude, I was like peeing myself cracking up. That was so funny.
It took me so off guard, which I absolutely loved. I mean, I'm grateful that you didn't give me any hints.
I didn't know. I thought she was just gonna come as her name is not Genia, by the way.
No, that's who she is. That's who I spoke to. Trust me, I know who I spoke to.
Oh my God, she was so funny. I miss her, man. I haven't seen her in a long time. So
God, that was
you clip that out and like highlight that in places because that is like That was gold. I was like, I'm telling you, Andy, like I was in pieces, like hysterically laughing. It was so good.
It, like I said, I definitely want to do a night of just that. She's amazing at that. I don't know if she has background or history in that or what, if that's just what she does, but amazing at that.
Yeah.
She had an answer, had a direction. She did not flinch once. That's a hell of a talent that she's got there.
Dude, it was impressive.
Oh.
I was even like thinking when you were asking her questions, she's like, "Oh, we can only have 4 pictures," and we're like, "What pictures?" She's like, "Handshake with the politicians." I was like, "Wow."
Yeah, no, my God, she's got that character nailed down. That is something. Woof.
Yeah. I knew she was gonna wear a wig, but I didn't know that she was gonna. Oh, but you know that she actually created this Instagram account to come on this podcast? That Instagram account doesn't actually exist for anything.
That is absolutely wonderful. Scramby Band. Oh my God. So you got to give me her real one so I can tag. I'm tagging Scramby Bampy in it, but then I want to tag her in it. So.
Okay, her name is Marika. It's like Eureka,
okay.
but I could text it to you. Her name is Marika Jackson. That's her actual name.
And
yeah, man, she's funny, but I don't think she's using Instagram anymore. So I asked her if she wanted to do this, and she's like, "Well, I'll create an Instagram account."
Okay, perfect then.
She's like, "Do I need Instagram?" She used to have Instagram, but I guess she deleted.
She needs to be on Instagram. Oh my gosh, she needs to be.
Yo, she needs to be doing something. That legitimately was like some kind of Monday night taping show.
Oh my God, yeah, we definitely need that again there, Scrampy Pampy there. That was, oh my gosh. Yeah, we got to get you on and do this one.
On Monday night
again.
taping. The Saturday night live for the churchgoers that don't do the show.
Whew.
Oh man, that was so good. That was like so many quotable moments too.
From when it started with Angel with having me locked in a smile to that, I'm telling you, my cheekbones hurt right now. They absolutely hurt.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that I had set you up with 2 people who were going to come on wearing wigs and Batman masks. But like, okay, so the Batman mask is one thing, but Angel was still very much herself. But Marika was, oh my God. I did not expect that. She told me she was going to wear a wig. And I literally asked her to do this like 15 minutes before we started. Like, yeah, something like that. And she's like, "Sure, I'll create an Instagram for this."
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And I thank her for that. Oh my gosh. That was,
you need to crop those out, take the highlights, put them everywhere. Like that needs to be on like replay for a long time.
That was definitely a good one. Oh my gosh.
You should rewatch it because it was hysterical.
That was a good one. That was a good one. Oh, a wonderful Thursday night. Stranger Danger. Right from the start, right through the night. You've nailed it 100% again. I thank you. I don't think we're doing anything tomorrow night. Yeah, no, nothing. No. Nothing through. We'll shoot again, probably again Monday family night here. We do a bunch of things.
Tuesday night.
Shoot for Tuesday.
I have somebody ready for you on Tuesday.
Okay. And then I'm thinking I got a bunch of people again too. So I'm thinking maybe we'll do Stranger Dangers Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then maybe Wednesday I'll start bringing in, because like I said, I got a bunch of people so maybe I'll just do Bearded Babbles.
You got to do some regular stuff in addition to the Stranger Danger. We could do one night of Stranger Danger and do the other stuff, You could always have real conversations.
These are fun, believe me. I absolutely love these. Oh my God, I could do it every night. I mean, I love that. I don't
know if there's many people like Marika though.
Well, then we're gonna have to get her back on here at least. Every couple of weeks, she's gonna have to jump in either as that character or a different character,
We should do a character night.
I'm telling you, that's like I said. It's been in my head, and then all of a sudden, when she popped in with that, I was like, this is absolutely perfect, but in no way was I ready for it. And I shouldn't even have that excuse. I should have just jumped right into it. but it caught me so off guard, and she was so.
Did you think it was like real at first? Because
No, no,
okay.
I got, but it was such an amazing character.
Even when she was like, because okay, so here's the thing. Angel kind of set it up badly, right? Because she like put on the Batman costume, and she was being very honest, right? Then Marika comes in with the wig, but like she's talking about like, you know, because at first because she does actually kind of do like some work that's like voluntary, like giving back. She does do a lot of that kind of stuff. So at first when she said that, I was like, oh, okay, she's actually going to talk about real stuff. And then she started talking about the drift. First of all, the driftwood and Marshalls was the best thing ever. Because I've definitely probably have her driftwood. Oh my God, so many quotable. I didn't expect it to be that. I didn't expect it to be that. That was really good. I don't even remember what I was saying before. I got so distracted with all that happened. Oh,
That was.
I was saying you got set up because you didn't know if that was like a character or if she was just wearing a wig. Because she was like at the beginning, I was like, he's gonna think it's actually a real person wearing a wig that's just like a.
She was again. And again, that's why I love doing this, because it's the simple fact of you never know who you're going to get, you never know what character you're going to get, and just the fun of keeping it going. And like I said, she was absolutely amazing because I tried to dig for the questions. She had an answer for absolutely everything. So that was loved it.
She said she lost her sense of smell because someone kicked her in the face. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh no, wow, there's so
That's
many epic moments there.
Definitely some highlights there.
Oh
Woo!
man. All right. Well, thank
Comedy
you
is
for
love.
doing it with me. Comedy is love.
No. Thank you again. I'll talk to you probably tomorrow at some point, and then we'll get back in touch. And again, everybody, we'll see you again probably next Tuesday night. We'll probably have another Stranger Danger going, and we're just going to keep it going. And again, as we've been doing, talk to a stranger, and you will meet an amazing person. You will meet an amazing character. You will learn things that you never thought you would ever learn. Again, this is what it's all about, just communication, connecting, talking, and laughing. Laughing at everything.
Wow.
That was
That's so good.
another wonderful one. I thank you again for this one tonight.
Yeah, that was awesome. Please crop it and put all the highlights. I need a highlighted version of that.
I definitely will. Oh,
that was awesome.
Woof.
All right.
We're going to end this. Peace, love, and laughter. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.